What it do? Another week, another new episode of Tech File coming at you right after you hear this theme music. So we ain't gonna waste time. It's the NBA kicking off today. We trying to get home and watch the game.
For sure.
So let's hear that theme music and let's get on into it. Welcome to episode 314 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, a.k.a. Ass Catch, a.k.a. Mr. Give It To Me. How are y'all this week? I hope y'all doing all right.
Tim showing the guns this week. I see you.
You know what I'm
see
saying?
you.
Got the Smith & Wessons
gun
out,
show
you know
out
what I'm
here. I
saying?
see you.
Bang, bang. Watch out, my
Locked
nigga,
and
you know what
loaded.
I'm
I see you out here.
The Ian Tech File is not here this week. The man is traveling on business. What that business is, we call him Tommy from Martin.
He's Nick Fury.
I still don't quite know.
He's somewhere saving the world.
Right.
But safe travels to the brother.
Yeah, safe travels.
For sure.
I'm Camille, the point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door. Holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman.
The
gentleman.
The everyday gentleman.
24/7.
But better known as K Diddy.
Take that. All right, y'all. A little housekeeping before we get into the slate for the week.
Okay.
First things first, y'all. We appreciate everybody who listens to us and hears our voices and shares the show. What we need from y'all is to go to our YouTube and subscribe.
Do it.
Hit that notification button so you get notified when we go
Click
live
it.
every Tuesday.
Mhm.
Make sure y'all do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen on an audio, version of the podcast, make sure you leave 5-star review for us because it helps so much. There's so many different free ways for y'all to support the pod. And one of the biggest ones is to tell people about what we do. Share the show with your friends, with your coworkers, with your family, with the ops. Share the show.
Not the ops.
Share the show.
Not the ops, bro.
Man, the ops need some good sport takes too. Share the show with everybody that you know. For real. We appreciate it.
Okay.
Another piece of housekeeping. What was that? Beep, 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 beep. Did y'all hear that too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure you went crazy.
I did, because sometimes things happen and I'll be like, it's just me. No, but some other housekeeping piece of news here. We're trying something different at Tech File here, right? So if you have been a long time listener of the podcast, you know that we would go through every big sports story of the week, whatever it was, even if we didn't have anything to say about it, we was going to mention it at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
And now we are transitioning to focus more on what it is that our interests are.
You need to cut it.
So what we're going to try to start doing is having a couple of segments that you can count on every week. We're going to have an NFL segment.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have an NBA segment.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have a wrestling segment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to have quick hits where, it's a little bit of other news that we want to mention, but just not have as long of a conversation about. Because at the heart of everything here we do at Tech File, NBA, WNBA, NFL, wrestling. That's where we land. So we're going to try to focus more on our strengths. So we're trying out this new format for the first time this week. I see Eric's in the comments.
EJ
Mentioned that he came into some slander.
Was they slanderous words that we were saying?
You got called Nick Fury,
you got
bro.
called Nick Fury.
You could have been called worse.
Said you saving the world.
Definitely could have been called worse.
Trying to come in offending and shit.
And Tommy from Martin always has some money.
Yeah.
So,
he was funny, too.
he was.
He ain't had no job, though.
He had that money, though.
He had that money,
He had
though.
that money,
though. But no, so we're going to try that this week. And then just another little piece of housekeeping news. Your girl's been tapped to be the next co-host of Locked On Bucks. So make sure if you have not already, subscribe to Locked On Bucks. Me and Justin Garcia will take over our co-hosting duties starting next week, Monday, officially. So my first show as an official host of Locked On Bucks will be a post-game show from the Hawks game this Sunday. So
Gotta fan your girl up. She hot as shit right
Make
now,
sure
bro.
y'all
God
subscribe, man. Make
There
sure
you
y'all
go.
subscribe.
There you go.
I think that's all the housekeeping that we have before we get into the game that needs a name. If you're unfamiliar with the game that needs a name, it is a rapid fire memory-based game where we choose a topic. This week we are doing current NBA players, and we each, try to say somebody who relates to it. So, for example, Tim might say Giannis Antetokounmpo, and we have to keep going. You can't repeat, and you have to remember what somebody said since you can't repeat. You only get about 5 seconds to answer. So, rapid fire memory game, the game that needs a name. Tim, you want to kick us off?
Bro, the whole NBA, all the names just left like the motherfucking Monstars took the powers and shit. I don't know nobody on no rosters.
Bro, you know the Bucks. Let's start there.
I know one player.
We'll start it off, fam. Start it off.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Chris Middleton.
LeBron James.
Damian Lillard.
Drew Holiday.
Anthony Davis.
Nikola Jokic.
Who?
I said Nikola Jokic.
Whoa,
I said Nikola Jokic. I just had a little accent on it. But
Jamal Murray.
Oh, shit. Kyle Kuzma. That worked, though.
Michael Porter.
Pat Connaughton.
Junior.
Oh, Jordan Poole.
Kyle Kuzma.
Didn't you say?
I said it. Get out of here.
Bradley Beal.
Dame?
I said.
Oh,
Someone
I said Dame.
Oh, damn.
Look at that.
Damn, that was a quick game.
I know. That was. I thought I was actually in there.
Lasai.
Eric shaking his head right now.
I thought I was in there.
He is sitting here like.
Nicolay.
Just like Nicolay.
It was Nikola Jokic.
What is it? Nicolay.
This man making up names.
No, it was Nikola Jokic.
It's not even the same syllable. Okay, anyways, we're not going to belabor the point here. We're going to get into the topics of the week. So, kicking off with our NFL segment. Week 7 is in the books now. And with week 7 in the books, I just want to know, what is something from the past week of games or news that you want to discuss? We'll start with you, Tim.
All right, so we know this is a thing, but any given Sunday and Monday is truly a thing in this league. Like this past week, there was a couple games that were some upsets that, for the most part, people were like, okay, based on how the season been going, based on how these teams that they were matched up against, these should be cakewalks for the most part. So first up, we had the Bills and the Patriots. Patriots ain't this shit all season.
Struggling.
Yeah, bro. Offensively, like Mac ain't there this year.
We showed up.
Zeke scored. Stevenson scored, but like the Patriots coming back to win at the last second was pretty. That was a big upset, especially against the Bills, because the Bills have been rocking ever since that first loss. They've been rolling and rocking, but they had some injuries, and I guess some of these teams are starting to get exploited a little bit. You also have the Broncos and the Packers. That was an upset because they were the worst league, the worst team defense in the league. They got 70 put up on it. Why the hell is we struggling? But I'll let Camille hold on to that one. And then we also had
They did it to us too.
Yeah, they did, bro.
Dang, so we're the only two?
Exactly. We're the only two, bro. That's
Packers and Bears.
Trash.
Yeah,
trash,
bro.
Fam.
trash.
We trash together, brother.
And then the Monday Night Miracle over in Minnesota. The Vikings beat 49ers on Monday Night Football.
I was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Kirk
bro.
Cousins, man.
That
Had a game.
Addison had a
I be talking about Kirk.
When Bo had the pick and he snatched that motherfucker and took off down the. I was like, okay, bro, he out here balling. He out here balling. But Minnesota, they actually had some pass blocking. They actually had some run blocking. Like they didn't get out physical and outmanned and out aggressive. It's a word by San Francisco. Because honestly, San Francisco is mad aggressive, bro.
No,
like
they
that's
are.
one of their that's part of their physique. That's part of their aura. Like they
Physical
go come
team.
in right. They go smack you around a bit. If you can endure, you'll be fine. Minnesota found a way. So 2 weeks in a row, the 49ers have taken the L.
Okay, so everybody been so quick to crown Purdy.
Yes.
What are your takes on Purdy? Is he what everyone is saying that he is, or is it the system?
I think he's everything.
He's
the
just
system
put into the
needs.
system. So he's what the system. Alex.
Yeah, I feel like he's exactly what the system needed because again, with the Shanahan offenses and with San
you
Francisco,
can put
the
almost
Alex
anybody in
Smith
there.
types or the Garoppolo types or those type of players who they're not overtly athletic, they're not overtly strong with the throwing power, or they're not the most accurate, even though they become more accurate because you kind of keep the game plan simple enough for them to be able to dink and dunk here or handoff or things of that nature. You can take a shot here and there, but a lot of times you have misdirection with motions and things of that nature. So with Brock Purdy, he fits their system because he's not going to try to do too much. He's going to stay within his realm of things, and they're going to design a game plan around everybody else that includes him. So I think he's perfect for their team. I don't think that he can go to any team and do the same thing.
Yeah,
no.
I agree.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, that is. I agree.
Yeah, it was quite a weekend. To Eric's point in the comments, Tim said it's any given Sunday or Monday. Eric had to add and Thursday and sometimes Saturday and Black Friday now apparently.
Really? They wildin'.
They listen. The NFL just like we gonna.
Did we ask for that? Did they give us what we wanted?
No, they did not. But they gonna give it to us anyways.
Yeah.
And did you have anything more you wanted to say before I have to talk about?
Stay ready, so you ain't got to get ready. Because a lot of these upsets is cats and teams that a lot of us and probably the teams themselves came in like, hey, because you hear it from the guys that's tired, you hear it from the guys that's in the game. Sometimes they feel like it's just, all right, we got it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can see it in their play. They come out lethargic, they come out lackadaisical, things like that. The other team jumps on them real quick. Next thing you know, you're trying to scratch and claw and fight. Now you're fighting raccoons. Get them off you. You can't.
Now you find the
Where the raccoons?
Stay out of the garbage.
Now you find the raccoons.
Something is wrong.
I said, now you fighting raccoons.
So, okay. I see Eric left a comment and mentioned the fact that the Bears game sold us the dummy brick. We thought this team, the Packers, was going to be something after week 1, and we trashed too.
Hey, bro.
Listen.
Trash brothers.
Hey, with that,
Listen.
you got
Trash
it, boss.
brothers.
Listen, the Denver Broncos were supposed to be the Packers' get right game. Packers were coming off a bye week. Get right game.
The we not trash game.
And instead, the Packers got. The Packers were the Broncos' get right game. Russell Wilson was out here just doing what he wanted.
Hey,
and let me
listening to the pod. I heard you say I was cold.
Listen, that is 2 very disappointing losses in a row, both coming off of time. Before the Raiders game, they had the little mini bye after they got smoked by the Lions.
Yeah.
Had a little time to think about it. They said, we're going to go back and take a look at the film and see what we can change, try to be better. They came against the Raiders, and they weren't better. They were still trash. Then they came out here after a true bye week to go against the Denver Broncos, who have been trashy.
Licking the chops, bro.
This season. When I say trash, let me pull up the stats here. The defense in particular, and reason I'm calling this out is because I have a problem with the Packers offense. Denver's defense, like I said, has been trashy all year. They entered the game last, 32nd ranked in the league when it comes to defense. I'm talking about last in points allowed, rushing yards per attempt, yards per passing attempt, opponent completion percentage, and opponent passer rating. They just lost Randy Gregory and Frank Clark. Trashy.
They shouldn't have a pass rush.
They didn't have a big one, and they were still getting through. And yet and still, the Packers could not put up any points on that scoreboard the entire first half. I just told you how bad that defense was, like how they've been playing.
26 yards into the second quarter.
Not a point in the first half. And I don't understand why this team continuously struggles in the first half. Over the last 4 games. So if you just look at the first halves from the last 4 games they have played, they have scored 6 points.
No.
6 points.
I hurt.
4 games, the whole first half.
That hurt.
Wow.
They scored nothing against Denver, as I just said. Against the Raiders, they had 3 points in the first half. Against Detroit, they had 3 points in the first half.
Wow.
Against the Saints, they had no points in the first half.
By the way,
this offense, trash. I don't understand it. I saw what's the rookie tight end, Tucker Kraft, come out today, and he mentioned, like, why do you guys get off to such slow starts in the first half? And it might be something to them being a younger team, right? They said kind of sometimes when you're in the game, that first half we're looking at what the defense is throwing at us, and then when we get to halftime, we have some film, pretty much, to be like, okay, this is how they're playing us.
Mhm.
Now let's attack it in this way. It should not take that long for adjustments to be made, Mr. LaFleur. Let me tell you that.
He's like, give me a half. I'll get it together.
I do want to shout out AJ Dillon though, because that man caught so much flack last season and the beginning of this season about his play. 2 games in a row, AJ Dillon has looked outstanding, and part of that is because they're using AJ Dillon in a more productive way. He's not Aaron Jones. Stop giving him the ball out of like shotgun snaps. They were doing I formation, old school football. He's an old school type of player. He's just trying to get like he is a power
north and
back.
south.
That's all you need. Defense. Now they did hold Denver to 19 points. This is the second week in a row they held the opposing team to under 20 points. Your offense should be able to win that type of game for you.
So I was going to apologize to the defense, honestly.
No, don't apologize fully because Joe Barry still does some things. But
he stinks.
Why, sir? I think Tim said it last week or the week before about you have goal line situations.
How you playing dime? Why is it 7 backs?
Dime and nickel. Why do we have so many cornerbacks out here on the goal line?
Dude, he be playing bat like a bug.
1st and 10. The running lane's looking like this.
Tim out here doing demonstrations.
Wide open. Everybody moment. I'm complaining the whole damn game. Like, why is the running lanes wide open?
It's just been disappointing. And then they had more injuries in that game. And I understand football is an inherently violent sport.
Yeah.
Injuries are a feature, not a bug. But my God, the Packers just continuously lose key guys over and over and over. And listen, it's a developmental year. Knew that coming into it. Still a lot of season left to be played. This team last year was 4-8, and that team actually had Super Bowl aspirations. We sit here now 2-4. We win 2 more games over the next 4. Same as last year. No, I'm joking. But the point I am trying to make is, knowing it's a developmental year, I see there are people already calling for Jordan Love to be benched.
This is first food.
It's not the time. We have to see what this kid has. Like,
that's stupid.
We gotta see what he can do.
The dumbest.
You know what I want to see though? Him throw the shorter passes sometimes.
So here's the thing with that too. That's interesting. Jordan Love thinks that we need to continue with the deep ball.
You got to keep the defense honest, sure.
But that's his point, because what I've been told, and I haven't gone back to look at the tape myself, but what I have heard people say is that if you look at how defenses are playing the Packers, they know they want to run, and they know there's going to be short passes. So they're giving them, like, if you're looking at what the defense is giving you, it's like, we should take a shot. The problem is they're not connecting on these shots. So a lot of defenses don't even respect that. Like, they have to start connecting on the deep shots that they do get. While I don't even think it's short passes that they need to put in the game, because that's all they did the whole first half against Denver. And I was like, y'all being too conservative now. What is happening?
I mean, we
need some intermediate routes.
Yeah,
like, we need some in between 10 and 20. Like, what? Like, can we get some different crossing routes? Like, what are we doing exactly here? But all that being said, the Packers have had 2 types of little bye weeks, the real one and the mini one, to try to figure it out, and they did not figure it out. But they keep being in positions when it comes to these games where they're in a position where they can win it. They just keep failing the test every time. So far, against the Saints, they did. They had a miraculous comeback. But last 2 weeks, it's been disappointing. It's been frustrating, even with it being a developmental year. And now all the rest is behind them, and they got 6 games in 32 days. He's going to be an important stretch for the Packers. And Dwayne's in the comments talking about he wants the Packers to keep that trend going next week, because the Packers have the Vikings in Lambeau this weekend. And
Matt
DeFleur.
Matt DeFleur.
Eric said that Matt doesn't get the fancy pronunciation of his name until he fixes the offense. From now, he is Matt DeFleur.
That is hilarious.
Matt DeFleur. I can agree with that. Yeah, that is his name until we fix his offense.
We need to figure out something, bro.
It's disappointing.
Because again, like both the interceptions at the end of both games last week, we had time. We had more time on the clock than when we got the ball back on Sunday, for example. I was talking to my guy Dub and Tim or Triple J or Triple T. I'm sorry. Triple T. Anyways, we were talking, and as soon as we got the ball back, I'm like, okay, we got time. All they have to do is just walk it up the field. easy money getting to the field goal range. We don't have to take a shot at no point in time because we have more than enough time and timeouts left that we should be able to get it up the field. First couple plays, we walk. I'm like, okay, cool. This is what I'm talking about. Let's move
AJ
up
Dillon
the field.
had that big chunk play.
So, like, we're taking our time to get up the field. Jenkins holding was terrible.
He's the vet on the line.
Yeah, the all-pro on the line. So, cool. But again, that last
now it's
shot,
3rd and 20.
Dillon was wide open within 10 yards of him. Nobody within 15 of him. But it's a shot again.
Yeah.
Same thing as the week before. It was a shot at the end of the game. And I'm like, my issue last week was we keep trying to tune up for these shot plays. Yeah, they may give them to us, but the intermediate is there. Because what do Jordan Reed catch? Most of his catches are usually the intermediate joints. So it's like we have them there, but instead we're trying to tune up the band and we're waiting for the long play to develop.
Yeah.
And we need to get the ball out a little faster, bro. Just a little bit.
The game against Denver, Matt the Floor. Matt the Floor, he said that was his fault. He said I shouldn't have called that particular play. Because that play design was for the shot. Like, yes, you should have taken Jordan Love should have taken Dillon in front of him, but he knew what the play was called because like this is the defense that you see here. What they expected to do was the safety that actually got the interception was supposed to stay with Reed, but instead he peeled off to Torrey and he just made a play on the ball. So with that being said, again, it comes back to Matt, where it's like it's 3rd and 20. You don't got to get 20 yards in one play.
No,
this is clearly 4th down territory. Like, take what you can get here and then make the 4th down more reasonable and continue to try to move the ball that way. But no, he drew up another shot play that didn't work this particular time, and here we go. So, all that being said, went through all the different ills, the frustrations of the Packers. I'll be tuned in on Sunday, rooting for a victory against Minnesota. Because that's what we do, as a Packer fan.
Fuck them, that's why.
Ken, what's on your bird for this week in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to brighten the mood in this joint. Because
your team actually,
because we actually getting
that's supposed to make you happy,
right?
Hey, I'm happy. But no, it was a fun win for us for the Chicago Bears this week. Even with Fields out, I didn't know going into the game exactly what to expect with Fields being gone. But Tyson, how did we say his name?
Bagnet.
Tyson Bagnet. He actually played pretty good. He was 21 for 29, 162 yards, had 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Like he did his job. I think the thing that I was most impressed with was his play as well, but also the play calling to run the ball more. Like we basically went back to we finna run it down your throat, and that just opened up the passing lanes for Tyson to do what he do. So again, this is a win number 2 for us.
Retired in the win column.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't either.
Not at all, bro.
But yeah, I'm definitely. It was a great, like I said, it was a great win. When Justin comes back, now we have that.
It's gonna be pressure on.
Yeah,
I mean,
now
he already had pressure.
But now it's like. Yeah, now it's like we saw that he can come in and do what he can do. So now, Justin, you got to come in and just ball off.
I mean, throw the damn ball.
Are you one of those people who
we threw it
now would say like, I'm cool with Tyson being the starter over Fields, or do you think
not yet?
Not yet.
I'm not so yet. Everybody just they gave him a game ball because it was his first game, rookie and everything.
Undrafted.
But like fam got the locker room too.
I mean, what he showed at the end of the last game, Fields came out. I was like,
a little something there.
Because I feel like he's making the throws that Fields should be making. The ones because he's not throwing it 85 yards down the field, except 60 yards and trying to do. No, he didn't. Like you seen in the preseason, the quick slants, the screens, the 5-yard hitches, the 8-yard outs, things like 10-yard outs, things like that. Like. He's just connecting on those plays, and he's letting everybody else kind of do everything else. So that's kind of what they expected Fields to do. But I mean, he also has the legs. Like with the legs, I feel like that's making him a little bit more trigger happy to run as opposed to pass.
Yeah, but then it's a different dynamic too because like Tyson came in with no pressure.
No,
like you basically just have to come in and just not lose us the game.
House money.
Yeah, so he went out there playing more free. Like Justin, literally every week. going out on the field with like heaviness on him. Like I have to, all eyes are on me.
True.
So like I have to do this. I have to make the right play. I have to, make the right pass, or I can't run as much. So he's in his head like crazy. And you can watch it, like you can tell when he's playing, when he drops back, he thinks way too much.
So here's a question though. Like a cat like that says that they're the best in the draft and stuff like that, shouldn't that kind of already be, you should have been able to walk yourself through that on several different occasions because you've always been that guy in those situations.
But then it has to be the people around, like his coaching. Like nothing has been stable since he's been in the organization. Like everything's just been literal chaos.
So he's jaded.
Yeah.
Can be jaded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a setback. Like literally every year is something new for him. So it's like, how can I get comfortable in a system, or how can I get comfortable with doing something if every year is something different?
That's fair.
So like that's what I'm saying. I can't, because I watch and I know, like I'm not going to put the total blame just on his play. Like it's a whole lot of other factors and there's a whole lot of other stuff that goes into him not being able to perform. We have to put him in place to be able to perform. Like we have to put everything, play calling, put the pieces around him, give confidence, everything. Like we have to, just like Tyson did good. What would that do to his confidence? And be like, hey, we're going to go with Tyson. Even though you're able to come, then it's over. Like it literally will be over.
Like you can't.
Like then it's like now we have to trade you.
Yeah.
So now it's over.
Didn't y'all just get a lineman back?
Yeah, we did. So like it's looking up again. Like I don't know how many wins we go get this season. Maybe we get 2 more. I don't know. Like this literally is like rebuild mode, like for us, and we're just trying to like get our footing and figure everything out. The thing that is so frustrating is that every year we have to figure out quarterback, fam. Like I'm 36 years old, damn near for half or most of my life. That's literally always been the issue, bro. It's quarterback.
Y'all can find a good back.
Do you know who my favorite Bear quarterback was? Rex Grossman.
Yeah, Sexy Rexy, bro.
Sexy Rexy, bro. Took us to the Super Bowl, bro. If it weren't for Peyton Manning, big head ass, we would have been all right, bro. I hate Peyton Manning to this day just for that. If I see him, I'm telling him F him.
You know what's going to be interesting in a few more weeks when Fields comes back and we see how the Bears play and we continue watching Jordan Love's development. I've seen some Packer fans already saying, like, I sound like a Bears fan because I'm saying it's not Love. I'm saying it's everything around him. It'll be interesting for us to kind of just take a look at where both of those quarterbacks currently are.
Yeah.
Not now, a couple more weeks. But I think that'll be a really interesting discourse to have because Packer fans have slighted a lot of Bears fans for how they've talked about Justin Fields. And now we are experiencing a quarterback that needs some developmental reps, trying to see what he might become, trying to figure out, see if there's flashes, figure it all out. So I think it could be kind of fun to look at in a couple of weeks.
One thing, like as a Packer fan, like for you guys, what is failure for you? Not reaching the playoffs is failure?
Not this year.
So basically, as long as y'all look good, y'all look better than y'all do now by the end of the year.
I feel like
that's a win to me. That's
a
good season.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like a top 5 pick in the draft would be failure. If you don't talk about like failure, like a top 5, I don't feel like we're the 5th worst team in the league.
Okay.
So I feel like we could be bottom middle pack, sure.
Okay.
At one point it was playing for aspirations, but until our quarterback can hit a cat without handing it off.
It's his first year.
It is. So until that kind of straightens out a little bit, it's going to be a roller coaster for the rest of the year.
I know y'all not used to it. Y'all done had Hall of Fame quarterbacks
it's different.
like back to back. Like y'all spoiled. Like Packer fans are.
But we had to go through a growing thing with Aaron too. Like our first year was terrible.
But the difference, I should say difference, but I knew when that season ended that we had something in Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, we still got 10 more games.
I know. I'm just saying, like, if we get to the end of this season, I still have questions around Love. Like, it's not, it ain't that season no more. Like, because at the end of that season, it was like, dang, we didn't win, but like, Aaron Rodgers is special.
Yeah, y'all know y'all got something. Y'all got one, two.
How many you got? How many you got? How many you got?
How many you got? B. I wasn't even born when we won, fam. I've never seen my team win a championship.
Damn, I have.
Never. I've never seen my team. It's all right. We coming.
Two Hall of Fame quarterbacks, 2 Super Bowls.
Must be nice.
Hey,
the best thing that came out of all of us is well, I can't think of the punt returning.
Devin Hester.
He's literally been he's been, I don't know, man. It's been depressing. I'm not gonna lie.
The whisper.
I mean, the Matt Forte, Brian Urlacher Bears weren't bad.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Because y'all always had some
Our
really
defense,
good defense.
Yeah, our
y'all always
defense
had
was
linebackers for sure.
We always had running backs and defense.
Because at one point,
Yeah, our linebackers always been hosses.
Yeah.
All right. This man, Haas.
And y'all always had really good linebackers, bro.
Yeah.
Let's move into some NBA talk. So, this week, for our NBA segment, it's opening week edition, right? As we speak, the Lakers and the Nuggets are playing. It's almost.
We don't need to tell the score.
No. The Nuggets are playing. The Lakers are not.
We don't need no score.
That's why he don't want the score. See, the Nuggets are playing.
We don't need a lot of scores.
The Lakers are not.
So this week, I just want to ask you, gentlemen, with it being
Oh, they didn't call back up again.
Hey.
Now,
with it being
shit, it was just 15.
it was.
Hey.
A lot of basketball to be played. But no, with this being opening week, I just want to know, what are your top matchups that you are looking forward to seeing over this first week of NBA hoops? You give me up to 3.
Okay.
Yeah. What games are you most looking forward to seeing and why?
Suns Warriors tonight.
Okay.
Is that the one you're most looking forward to seeing?
Of the 3, yes.
Okay.
One is game 1. First night of the NBA season. Cool. Bill not playing tonight. But again, seeing Durant going against Golden State is always going to be a story in itself. 2, he's coming with more firepower this time around with Book and him having time under their belt now. It would have been great to see Bill play, but they're being cautious about his back. Okay, cool. I want to see how Chris Paul is integrated with the Golden State Warriors.
That'll be interesting to watch.
I feel like if he's, I want to know if he's coming off the bench or not. Like things
this
of that
game
nature.
he gonna start because Draymond's still hurt.
Okay, so I want to see Kuminga's development. Like there are certain little things. Like I want to see if Steph gonna be. This is game 1, but I'm just curious as to how that's going to mix, because if you have a facilitator like Chris Paul and a guy who's a menace off the ball like Steph Curry, like that, even though he is on the ball, it's going to be mad interesting to see how they use those two together on the court, including Klay Thompson.
Has he been named starter, or do we know if he's starting or coming off the bench?
We know now with Draymond being out,
so
that he's going to start. But the question becomes, like, when Draymond comes back,
then what do you do? Okay,
what do you do? I think he should come off the bench when Draymond is healthy.
I believe so too.
But we're not there yet.
Yeah. So plus we get to see the depth of the Phoenix squad. We get to see the entirety of
Grayson Allen.
Right. And then you get the Golden State team. See, like, okay, Draymond's out. Can anybody else kind of step up, or who will they utilize more? So Looney probably will get plenty tick.
He always gonna get some tick.
Yeah.
He's a valuable player.
He is very valuable. It's just like usually when they're missing a bigger, like Draymond or something like that, he usually have those big nights where he have crazy rebounds, but he has Nurkic to contest with tonight. Yeah. So it's like I said, there's several things, but okay, see how Nurkic is integrated with the team tonight. Like how big of a factor will he be? So it's gonna be a good game. That's all. Like I said, that's the one that I'm looking forward to the most. The second one is the Heat Celtics on Friday at 6:30 p.m. I want to see Drew and the Heat.
Man.
I mean, Drew and Celtics versus the Jimmy them. Last time he seen Jimmy was talking big shit in his face, pointing at him.
He was.
Then you also have the chemistry between Boston, Drew, see how he fits in, see how everything works. It's early, so you probably go see different rotations later on in the season, but just to see who's off the bench, who's not, who's started, who's not, things like that. Who runs the second unit, who's running with them, things of that nature. Like just to see how everybody kind of works out. If Drew going to be more of a menace on defense because he doesn't have to be that high on the offensive chain this year around. Like even though Ness came number 2 in Milwaukee, there he'll be number 3 for sure. So
arguably, he might be 4. I completely
forgot
about Porzingis.
Yeah. So with him not having to really put him up like that, just facilitate, will we see more of a playmaker, defensive menace Drew as opposed he can still be a 2-way guy if he needs to be, but they don't. If he's number 4, honestly, among that hierarchy, like he ain't really got to put nothing up.
He can do it in the flow of the game. Score within the flow of the game.
Which is why I'm kind of curious if they'll have him more out there with the second unit if they want to get buckets. too. You know what I mean? To kind of stagger them because they have all pro, all defensive players in Tatum and Brown. They can stagger Brown and Drew and then have Tatum and Porzingis or whatever the case may be. They can stagger any of them and see, maybe, okay, now you can go get your bucket because you went from 4 to 2 in this lineup or 1 or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I want to see that. Plus, again, it's Boston versus the Heat.
They got some beef.
Yeah, they do. Jimmy gonna be talking big shit. I wonder if he gonna come out with the pressing curl.
You know he not.
The pressing
Monday troll because
Pressing
he treats
curl.
media day as his Halloween.
And
His words, not mine.
yeah, so that's gonna be it's just gonna be a really good game. I feel like that's gonna be fun to watch. And my third one is the Nuggets Thunder game on Sunday at 2:30. I would love to see how Chet and Joker fight. That's gonna be a good one. Shea and Jamal Murray is gonna be a good one. Yeah, you got Jalen Williams and Michael Porter. Like they match it, and then you got Aaron Gordon and the other Williams. Like they have issues around that. Golden State OKC team, and I like them because they are, again, another young, fun team that's going to be. I think they're past their fun L space. I think they're gonna be catching some dubs this year, like fun dubs, because they got a lot of. It's gonna be crazy. Like Chet's starting to look like he's rounding into form and kind of looking like what we thought he could potentially be, like his rookie year.
It's his rookie year,
right? But I'm saying, but potentially see him last year and what. Because, sometimes cats take a year. Adam Morrison never really turned into what we thought he would be. Even when Adam Morrison. You know what I mean? Like, you have those cats that come out with this high claim. And you're like, even his rookie years, you're like,
I don't see it.
I don't really see it. I don't think it's going to turn up. But Chet looking like, okay, you actually might still carry that from then and there, looking at the preseason games, looking at the summer league games, just kind of seeing how he's been slowly developing to it. Technically, with this being his second year, even though it's his first full year, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah. I'm excited, man.
So I think it's gonna be fun.
Okay. I like that. Okay. I'm surprised you didn't have not a Bucks game in your top 3, but
yeah. Well, I mean, I figured that's a given.
I mean, it's not.
Like, why not? I ain't got my hoodie on, but come on now.
Like the question was,
come on now.
What games are you most looking forward to? This man didn't say not a Bucks game, but that's cool. That's all right.
I'm sorry. I felt the mission.
I
thought it was a given.
I felt the mission.
Right. While Eric might not be here, he did send me a voice memo for this NBA portion of the show. So here's what Eric, let me make sure I got my game off in the background. What do you want to talk about for the NBA thing this particular week?
I know that the NBA one thing this week is matchup, and I don't really have one, but I will pick Bucks and Philly as an excuse to talk about Giannis's contract extension. I was not expecting that, which I don't think anybody really was, because the man said it from his own mouth that it didn't make financial sense to do so this offseason. But I will definitely take it. I was driving home from work and I looked at my phone after I pulled over to the side of the road because texting while driving is bad. But I looked at like, wait, what the hell? And the fact that he broke it himself, like, shout out to John Horst, because that man moves in silence like lasagna. Like the Dame contract stuff, Dame trade stuff didn't leak out in advance. The Giannis contract stuff hasn't leaked out in advance. Like, whenever you do hear rumors about the Bucks, like, no, it ain't coming from inside the house.
That's a fact.
Goddamn. But no, like, I'll definitely take it. Like, I don't know how much he really sacrificed at the end of the day, because it kind of sets him up to cash in later on. But it definitely affirms his commitment to the team, which I appreciate. And like he said himself, like, it kind of puts the focus back on basketball, because it's not a year of, well, the Bucks just lost 3 straight, and Giannis don't leave, blah, blah, blah. And now it's just about hooping. And shit, after the Terry Stotts stuff, like, we needed a win. So, no, man, I'm happy about it. I was one of the many Dutch Bucks fans that was pulling receipts last night on Twitter. So, that was fun. But yeah, man, Bucks and 6.
Always and forever, Bucks and 6. Bucks and 6, always and forever. That actually leads perfectly into the games I'm most
the
looking
Lakers
forward
ain't in the league.
looking forward to see. Heat Bucks. That's the one I'm really like, sign me all the way up. I actually have tickets to go to this game.
I see you.
I'll be in the building live. I can't wait to see it. And honestly, shout out to the Heat because it seems that every time we get embarrassed by them in the playoffs, something good comes of it for the Milwaukee Bucks.
It does.
Go back to 2020 in the bubble when we got put out, and it was like, oh my God, what are we about to do here? We look terrible. Next thing you know, bam, here's a Drew Holiday. Bam, here's a Supermax extension.
Bam, here's a chip.
This year, oh shoot, the Miami Heat put us out in the first round. This is so terrible, and it was. I'm not downplaying it. But then, bam, here comes Dame. Bam, here
Logo
comes
shots.
Bam, here comes a Giannis extension.
Yeah.
Listen,
is it another chip?
I hope so. I hope that's on the way. But I'm very much looking forward to Heat Bucks because it's beef right there.
Oh, so it's been like that for a couple of years.
It's been
now.
for a while.
Yeah, for a minute.
So
now.
I can't wait to see them come into the Pfizer Forum on Monday night for that game. And on top of that, they thought they was gonna get Dame. So it's a whole nother layer too with them. Like they fans gonna be like,
it's up.
So it's about to be a great game. I'm very much looking forward to that one. Also looking forward to Suns Lakers on Thursday night. Mm-hmm. Listen, we haven't seen LeBron and KD play each other in years.
Yeah.
In years.
See, I wasn't sure about it because I had that on there as one of my honorable mentions, but I was like, I feel like they haven't played in years since but I know they played since the finals.
Someone's always hurt.
Have they not played since that finals then? I feel like they may have met once.
I believe the last
then.
time they've met was 2019, but I'll double check that statistic.
For sure.
But yeah, the NBA was smart. Let's put this game early in the schedule before anybody might get hurt. I'm here for it. Can't wait to see that game. Also very much looking forward to Warriors Kings because
of course
that was a hell of a playoff series.
Of course.
Last year. And I just can't wait for these two teams to continue to play each other and continue building what seems to be like it could be a budding rivalry in the state of California between these two different teams. And they're fan bases are very different. The way they feel about the teams are very different. Can't wait to see it. And I feel like the Kings is a team that haven't got talked about too much in this offseason because their move involved getting a international MVP to come over that most people don't know about as much. So it's kind of like, well, what do they really do? Like, I don't know. Like they didn't get Dame. They didn't, want to do one of these splashy moves, but we know the Kings are there. And if Keegan Murray can continue to develop along with Fox and Sabonis, they got some things there. And I can't wait to see that game.
Fun team to watch.
It looks like the last time that they played each other was 2018. 2018.
I knew it was a while. Like we have seen their two teams play, the KD and LeBron themselves.
That's crazy.
Real quick, according to StatMuse, LeBron James has averaged 28 points, 7.3 rebounds, 6.5 assists in 21 games versus Kevin Durant in his career.
That sounds about a normal LeBron James night.
LeBron being LeBron.
Yeah, 28, 7 assists.
That's
sounds about right.
That's normal. What games are you most looking forward to?
Every Laker game basically, but no, but this week is just like you alluded to, the Suns and Lakers. Again, it's been 2018 since we're able to
5 years.
Yeah, since they played each other. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm most excited about is that last year getting swept in the Western Conference Finals really hurt. And then it stung. It didn't feel good for us to get all the way there.
Yeah.
It was like, fam, we got there, and I'm like, dog, we can really go to the finals, fam, and we might be able to pull it off. For real. And I feel like it left a bitter taste in AD, everybody's mouth. And I feel like now I hope that we use that fuel to just be like, yo, we cannot feel that no more. We know we are capable of getting that far. Low key, we're even better now. Our team is deeper. LeBron's going into his 21st year, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, 21st year. LeBron will be 39 in December.
Yeah, bro. Watched him come into the league.
39.
We were in high school.
Yeah.
That's and he's still
one of the top 10 players.
Top 10 players in the NBA, fam. Yeah. Still to this day. He got hella miles on his body, dog. But no, I'm excited. And I'm expecting big things from AD this year too. I'm expecting AD to have an MVP caliber season. I'm expecting him to be in a defensive player of the year conversation. I'm expecting him to be healthy. This is going to be the year that AD proves everybody wrong. And we know that our future is in good hands. So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited about AD actually being on the floor. No longer people call him street clothes and all this crap, bro. Like, I really want to just put all of that to rest. I want this entire team to just be healthy, because on paper it looked good. It was like, fam, we have to. LeBron 39, fam. If we don't do it now, it ain't gonna happen, fam. And I want him to get one more, man. I want him to get one more.
Yeah. I hear that, but I mean, not at the expense of the Bucks. So if we ain't there,
hey,
it
man,
is what it is.
Give us what we want.
We've been asking for it.
Lakers and Bucks, fam. That's what we want in the finals. This would be the best. This would be a great year to do it.
The finals matchup we've wanted. Dang,
Please
Dustin,
give it to
Dustin,
us.
don't full name Eric in the comments.
God,
What is the full government?
Right, just because you got yours on your username.
I guess Eric
does
does
too.
in the YouTube, but he's traveling on business this week, Dustin. It's just us three holding it down.
Oh, man.
All right, I get out of the NBA segment now into the wrestling. Between storylines on TV and the latest news in the biz, what is something that you want to highlight from the world of wrestling? I feel like yours might be the longest one, so I'm going to go reverse order.
Okay.
Ken.
Yeah. SmackDown will be here this Friday.
Hey!
Bam, bam, bam.
So I'm excited about that. I'm taking my little man. He's been watching like wrestling when I got back into it, so that's the thing. Like, even baby girls sit down and watch it. So yeah, we sit down and watch wrestling every Monday and Friday. Yeah, it's a cool thing, man. Like putting them on and stuff like that. And he's a John Cena fan. So for him to be able to, as soon as I saw, I was like, "Oh, John Cena gonna be there." At the end, Roman gonna be there.
Yeah, Bianca gonna be there.
Yeah,
Bianca, she just came back.
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh, it's a win-win."
Yeah, LA Knight gonna be there.
So it's gonna be dope. In a pay-per-view next week too. So you know it's gonna be crazy.
So the Usos probably both will be there.
Yeah.
SmackDown might be lit.
Yeah, I'm excited. Give it to me.
I can't wait. I got my tickets too. I can't wait.
Yeah, we there.
Little date night with Mr. The WWE SmackDown.
The
mayor.
Talking about SmackDown.
My wrestling thing for the week is just the fact that Mick Foley was on First Beef Feast Hot Ones, the viral YouTube, the very famous YouTube interview show where you sit there and you eat 10 different hot wings of various flavors of various hotness levels, I would say. Mick Foley, just outstanding human being.
I see that.
Swell guy.
He seemed like it.
Like truly, like just.
He seemed like it.
Yeah.
First of all, on the show, he gets in there and he says, "I'm eating vegan wings because my kids are all vegan." He's like, "So for them, I'm gonna eat the vegan wings and give me almond milk because that's what my kids would drink." That's cute. That's really cute. And the questions were just so good. I forget the host's name on Hot Ones. He's good at his job. Like he does his research. The questions are always so entertaining. Like he asked Mick Foley, like, "What's the art behind blading?"
Cut yourself, yeah.
Like in the ring, he's like, "What?" He's like, and Mick Foley like kind of laughed, like, "Oh, okay." I'm not gonna tell y'all what he said because I want y'all to actually watch the interview as well. But he talked about that. Talked about how he used to go to production to try to have them have the camera angle at a certain way when he's about to do a spot. And they were asked, like, "Is that common?" And he was like, "Well, then it wasn't, but now wrestlers spend a lot of time talking to production about how they want the cameras to be when they do certain spots," which was interesting to me.
That's dope.
I mean, you got to see how the Blue Thunder Bomb spin your ass around and bang on him.
That's what he was saying. He was like, "Listen, I wasn't super athletic," and he's like, "I had my elbow, my drop off the ring." He's like, "I wanted the angle to make it look as big as it felt for me to be doing this."
He did not care about his body.
Man, he gave his body for art entertainment
for
a daily basis. He also was asked what his favorite Jim Ross call was.
JR to go.
And he mentioned the fact, which I didn't know, that JR has a book coming out about his 50 best calls and the stories behind them.
I'm definitely getting that.
That sounds like a must read.
I swear,
I gotta find out why he kept calling Triple H a son of a bitch.
Dog.
But spoiler, Mick Foley said it was between two different calls, they're both from the same match. That he would say is the best Jim Ross call. The first one, "God is my witness, he's broken in half." He said, or "Enough is enough. Well, somebody stop the damn match.
Oh my God.
JR used to be so amped, dog.
You son of a bitch. You burned in hell for this. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold.
Remember the time when he was so geeked about Stone Cold and the King was like, all right,
All right,
JR. And he's like, I can't be excited for my friend.
Get up, dude. JR audio book.
Was great.
I need the audio book.
Just have the clip, just the sound bites.
Yeah,
Man.
I just want to hear him just.
And to hear the story, what was he thinking behind when he made the call? Like, it's just like JR is just like,
JR
That does
legend.
sound pretty.
that
You
sounds
know,
like an
Yeah.
amazing
That
book.
dude.
Yeah, it does.
I
That's
need
an
that.
amazing book.
I definitely need that.
Stone Cold. Stone Cold. The rattlesnake.
No, he hated.
once
No,
again.
he hated Triple H. Man.
He's like, oh, why Triple H? You son of a bitch. Like, why is he always?
I hated Triple
okay.
H.
And
dog.
then one more thing about the Mick Foley interview, then we can pass it to Tim for his wrestling thing. But they asked him, like, he asked, what do you think your lasting impression was on the wrestling business?
Mhm.
And Mick Foley was like, I just hope that it was I treated people well.
Yeah, that's
And I was
what's
like, and that's the essence of Mick Foley.
up.
Like,
Yeah.
just a good dude.
He just seemed like a good dude.
Yeah. So if you haven't watched Mick Foley on Hot Ones, I would encourage y'all to go and
Yeah, I'm
watch it.
definitely
So
gonna.
it's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
I usually watch those interviews too. So
What was your favorite Mick Foley character?
Okay, so it's either going to be between. So are we counting Mick Foley as a character?
Yeah,
or
we
are
count
we
him
doing
too, yeah.
Mankind, Do Love, Cactus
I count
Jack?
him as a
So
character.
four
too.
different people to pick
Four.
from.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he all form was different.
Yeah, like completely.
Do Love was always funny to me.
I ain't like
Um,
You
but
gotta hit
like,
him with the
With the little, yeah, the
Yeah.
little shuffle thing.
bang bang. Cactus
I
Jack.
think Cactus Jack was
Cactus
probably my
Jack
Yeah,
favorite.
Cactus
was
Jack was
Because
the shit.
that bang bang and then the
Yeah.
shirt with the
Cactus
wanted,
Jack was
like
that
that
dude.
was the one.
I'm gonna say Mankind. 'Cause
Which Mankind? Like early Mankind when he was creepy, or when he became
Corporate,
more
like- I like when he.
when he was kind of joking.
I like-
yeah,
no,
when
I
he was
like-
like jump funny.
Now I like snatch you
Mankind.
from under the ring, Mankind.
Really,
Yeah,
Mr.
that creepy
Sacco and all
motherfucker.
that.
He was out here like a deranged patient, bro. Just fresh out. Had the mask on and everything.
Nah,
Leather all on your face, like Leatherface. Like, bro, he was wilding.
hey, man, Mick Foley a goat, man. He don't get enough credit.
Nah, he,
Don't know why he put him.
Have a
he
nice day.
top tier, bro.
he has some phrases too for you. So
Top tier, man.
I used to mine might be a little bit. It won't be.
maybe not. I don't
It
know.
won't be that long. But the rise of the Judgment Day currently on the storyline. So they have entangled themselves
Yeah,
in, I feel like about 4 or 5 different storylines at the moment.
Yeah,
they
all over.
everywhere. Yeah,
So
they everywhere.
initially when they started, they were supposed to be Edge's crew.
Mm-hmm. That didn't work.
And
And I was mad when they kicked that shit to the curb too.
I thought
Well,
that was gonna work.
the whole point of it was, in essence, they was kind of killing the demon too. Finn's demon. He hasn't brought him out since then. Like Edge's
Yeah.
supernatural was supposed to be so overwhelming that the demon just won't come out no more. But in essence, they put the kibosh on the demon in that match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So for them to replace him, we all was like, damn, that's fucked up. You know, we thought they was finna do something with it.
And to be honest, at that point when they did get rid of Edge, they kind of were just floating.
Yeah,
they
had
Like,
nothing
They
going.
weren't interesting.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
And to see where they were, to see where they are now, like
Mhm.
literally, yeah, they've been tapped to carry the storylines after the Bloodline,
Mhm.
which with them 4 in there, they all have their own storyline currently right now. In essence,
Mhm.
adding JD McDonough just as the resident interferer.
He be getting smacked.
Boy, he had a regular. You remember in gym class they give you the mesh shirts when you playing basketball?
Yeah.
That's what kind of shirt he had on yesterday. I'm like, why is he wearing mesh rec attire?
That shirts are in.
It looked generic, but I was like, hey, it is what it is. That's his attire. That's what we want to wear today. But no, they are intertwined now as the tag team champs. They're intertwined in the Bloodline storyline. They're intertwined with the Cody Rhodes storyline. They're intertwined
I
with
see you, Dustin, in the comments. You know, we talked about the butt.
Right. Any of the NXT storylines were done.
Uh-huh.
Rhea now has storylines with the women's division finally, because for a while they didn't want to do nothing with her either.
She wrestled less than Roman.
Dude,
Yeah, but she went through everybody quickly though.
dude, Becky done defended that belt more times than she has.
No, you
And
right.
Becky only had it for like less than a month.
Yeah, you're right.
Becky defended it yesterday. She going tonight. I think she got another one on Friday.
Yeah,
She's I'm
does.
working.
Yeah,
Like she been working.
Yeah, you're right.
No excuses.
Hey, Rhea the heart and soul of.
But again,
She is. She
of the
drives.
They built her to be more of the manager face. and now she actually has the storylines to go with it. Because for a while, she didn't have no competition. Yeah, sure, they built her up to the point where it felt like nobody can really touch her. And the roster that they had around her, they didn't build none of them up yet, because all of the bangers is on SmackDown. You got Bianca and Charlotte and Asuka and Bayley. They all on SmackDown. Well, no, Bayley Damage Control was kind of bouncing around a little bit, but they have to build them on Raw. So now that they have the Nia Jax, now that they have the they moved Bianca over there, right? No, Bianca's on SmackDown. Shayna Baszler, they're trying to build back up. They moved a couple people to try to give her someone to deal with. Raquel Rodriguez. Like, they're starting to try to build her. So now that she has an issue with 4 or 5 different women at one time, it gives along the storyline of the Judgment Day is everywhere with everybody's business.
It feels like they are
taking over,
and they've been bouncing back and forth between SmackDown and Raw now because they all have the belts, so they can
maybe wherever they want.
So it's been interesting to go from I have zero interest in this crew whatsoever, get them out of here, boo all the tomatoes, tomato. I kind of fuck with them booing Dom every time he opens his mouth.
That man he can't say nothing.
And Triple H was like, man, I thought they was pumping in the crowd noise. Good Lord. I didn't realize it was that loud. And seeing what Damian Priest is doing, like, that was my daughter's favorite wrestler off top. Like, I was
Damian
like,
Damian Priest? I just have to say
that my son liked Damian Priest. That's why I was like, that's random.
But he's been doing well with the briefcase. And he's been doing well with the side matches, and they've been building him up really well.
And the tension with him and Finn in the group is a nice. It's a nice.
So that's the storyline within itself. So it's been a lot of things with the Judgment Day that I feel like I can give them their flowers and the company for building them to something, because at first they looked like they was dead in the water. They really did.
They did.
Like, they was looking as bad as Mustafa Ali. What was the crew that he had?
I couldn't even.
I couldn't even. Dominic Dijakovic in it. They had the mask on and stuff like that.
You saying people I don't even.
Remember they can't. He was.
You asking the wrong folks, fam.
He would know.
I don't remember that, fam.
He had the
you just said a name. I don't even know.
You remember Mace, the black dude with the dreads, with the lock.
Oh, he used to wear. The black man.
They all had the mask on.
The black. Okay, I remember you talking about
that whole crew.
Okay.
They was dead in the water. Yeah,
Redemption. Redemption. That was garbage.
They was terrible.
That was trash.
That's kind of how Judgment Day was looking at one point until they really made them out of something. So I'll give them a round of applause and like give them their flowers and stuff like that, because they really have, and they've been entertaining.
That's fair.
It has been. Wrestling's been, been really good lately.
Can't wait to go to SmackDown on Friday.
Yeah, I'm lit.
All right. Some quick hits before we get up out of here. The Las Vegas Aces back to back WNBA champions. The Aces had to dig deep to come back against Liberty in Game 4. Game 4 was off the chain.
One of the best games, not just one of the best basketball games I've seen, period, men's or women. Like, that game was lit. Like,
it was so tight to also see the total timeline, like, watching the game. Like, fam, listen, the Las Vegas Aces were shorthanded. They were down by as many as 12 in that game to come back and beat the Liberty. 70-69, taking the series 3-1. As mentioned, they went back-to-back, so it's their second consecutive championship. And they're the first back-to-back champs in the WNBA since the Sparks did it back in 2001 and 2002. And before I get any of y'all other feedback around the game, if you have anything else you want to say, of course Eric has something to say on WNBA finals. He was sitting in here talking about some Aces in 3. He was like, oh, whatever, Aces over whatever. And although he couldn't be here this week, he had to get some things off his chest. And I see Sly in the comments saying Candace Parker now has 3 rings.
Chill out on that, babe, bro. Let me tell my wife about that. What's wrong?
With 3 different teams at that. So
dope.
It's impressive. So here goes Eric's thoughts on the WNBA finals. About 3 minutes.
Damn.
You got something to say?
If I didn't think that YouTube would get us out the paint, I would demand that y'all play back-to-back by Drake. That is exactly what my Aces did. Like I said they would. Last offseason, beginning of regular season, beginning of playoffs, shit, the finals last week on this show. I told y'all, my Aces are the GOATs. They lost the point guard, and it didn't even matter. I mean, it mattered, but it didn't matter because they still won. The fuck up out of here. But yeah, man, Game 4, God, Game 4 was top tier hoops, man. Like, I have not been that invested in a playoff in the finals game since the Bucks were in it.
Yeah.
And I felt like at any point the Liberty were in position to just like blow it wide open, and it did not happen because the Aces kept it close, and then Asia went into takeover mode. Like, honestly, I knew what type of time she was on from the opening possession, because the first time down the court, she went right through John Phil Jones' chest. And like, nah, we're not running back game 3. Like, that's not happening. And she just kept it up from there. Like, it was kind of slow going in the first half, but once we got to like the middle of the third, like Asia just went takeover. Like, that was all she did. She started hitting middies, fadeaways, like contested shots, up and unders. Like, she was just in her bag. And like almost single-handedly said, we are not losing this game.
It's a fact.
Shout out to Sid Copeland coming in off the bench. Jackie Young hit some clutch threes, clutch buckets in the second half. I mean, Kelsey ain't really good, but she was there.
Don't do my girl.
I felt like she was with the Liberty. She was very, she was indiscriminate with her shot selection. But shoot, and eventually she started knocking down. So,
shoot.
The Aces were a team, like, shout out to Peggy Hammond, because she coached her ass off. Like, I don't know what type of defense they were playing in game 4. It feels like they're playing all defenses and no defenses at the same time. Like, you just throwing shit out there to see what works. And it did. Like, it threw the Liberty off their game. But yeah, like I said, man, like, all disrespect intended for Brianna Stewart, but Asia Wilson is the best player in the world. And I think that's been definitively proven at this point. And then they were turned at the post game, and they were turned at the parade. So
yes, she was.
All of them.
Usher better be there.
As Charles likes to say. And shit, let's go get this 3-peat.
Usher better be there.
I said it last year, but for real, Usher, this year. But no, like that third. So the funny thing about that game, I was working late, and I was like, you know what? I had to put my computer to the side, and I just have to watch the game, because like the first half, I'm like, this might go 5. Like, I was like, it's not. It might go 5. And that third quarter happened, and like Eric was saying, like the defense was like hectic for the Aces, and the Liberty kept settling for 3, and they kept missing them mugs, and I was like, all right, y'all keep missing, and here come the Aces. They don't have to get 3. Asia getting in there, boom, boom, 2. Liberty missed, boom, here another 2. Liberty missed. Here's a 3. Liberty missed. There's another bucket. Up, free throw, and they just kept chipping away and chipping away and chipping away. The next thing you knew, Aces had the lead, and the energy just shifted. Like, it was crazy to watch it, because the defense kept amping up. Because you know how it is when you hooping too. Like, when you start making defensive plays and you turn the ball over, you get hype, and then the next time you back down on defense, you go even harder.
Don't make a shot in between there.
Oh my God!
You start turning up. The energy started picking up.
It was a fantastic. I was low key sad to see the series end, because I was like, I wish I could get one more game of this. Like I said before, I wanted to go 5 with the Aces taking it, just because I didn't want this to end. And outstanding basketball. Eric in the comments, my Aces. I feel it. But yeah, shout out to the Aces. Back to back WNBA champions.
Congratulations.
Shoot, they might be able to do it 3 years in a row. Like, they got what it takes to do it. Like, this team is deep. We are going to end the show just paying some respects here. Georgetown women's basketball head coach Tasha Butts. She was a star player, nationally recognized assistant coach, first-year head coach with the team. She passed away this Monday, so yesterday as of this recording, after a 2-year battle with breast cancer. She was 41 years old. Associate head coach Daryl Haney is taking over the head coaching duties, and he did that before she stepped down, or when she stepped down before this season. So just wanted to pay respects to her, to all those who knew her, loved her. Losing someone in the physical realm is always just, it's tough. It's tough going. So just sending love and thoughts to everybody who's affected by that. And I hope that they have a good season this year, because I know they're going to be hooping for their coach as well. So want to say that. And One more thing that wasn't on the docket. Just want to say it. Marquette is coming into the season ranked 5th in the nation.
I saw that.
Never been ranked this high in my entire lifetime.
5. Like, dang.
A lot of expectations for Marquette this season. Now they got to go out there and hoop. They got to go out there and hoop. Should be a fun year. Should be. I
got Zach Edey, Purdue, unanimous All-American preseason, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to see this cat hoop. Like I'm pretty sure I remember seeing him last year, but sometimes you need a little bit of a reminder of certain people, and to be unanimous like that, like I gotta see what you're talking about. But I'm almost sure I remember Zach Edey, like he was a monster last year.
They in the comments still talking about the Aces. Eric pointed out the fact that
wait for the cheat. Y'all relax.
I'll pick up Skylar as a point guard.
Twitter point out the fact that the Aces have max cap room, and Sly suggested Skylar Diggins. Listen, they made jokes this offseason about the Liberty saying, like, y'all can't put together a team in a year and think y'all can beat us. Like, we've been, like, the core of this team has been here. We had Candace come in, yeah, but, like, the core of this team has been here.
Mm-hmm.
If they add another, like, just give them the title.
That's a fantasy draft team.
Right.
They're building a dynasty over there is what it sounds like.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. We hope that y'all enjoyed the show this week.
For sure.
I'm gonna just say, hey, be safe out here. Take care of yourself. If you don't feel well, stay home.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be my parting words this week because weather in Wisconsin been crazy. I'm not sure about how it's been where y'all live at, but we hit 80 today.
Yeah.
Wow. We've been in the 50s.
It is October 24th, and it was 80 degrees here. It's gonna be 70s all week, and then this weekend's gonna be like 40s and 50s. So
sick.
Right. Take care of yourselves. If you're not feeling well, stay home. And
drink some water.
Drink some water. Stay hydrated.
Exactly.
Wash your hands.
In your ass.
Please.
You know it. On that note, we're going to get up out of here. You can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On Twitter, Instagram, these PSN 2K streets at Camille Monet, CAMILLEMONAE. Really quick. 2K streets. Trying to get these brothers. I'm trying.
Dude, that's this month.
How's it me?
What you mean?
I couldn't this week. I wasn't in town this weekend. I wasn't. Yeah.
You didn't even respond.
Right. Didn't say a word.
When
a peep, a sound, a message, a chat, a emoji, a period, a punctuate, nothing.
Why you didn't redo it then?
Why the hell we gotta redo it? It's in there.
I come back, I got 87 notifications, and they expect me to go back and miss one thing that they texted. I don't remember.
Don't even be shaking like that no more. Don't laugh at this motherfucker. We don't even be shaking like that.
87 from us.
I came back from 87.
No, ain't no way in hell.
Not from us.
Who the hell was talking?
I don't know. Y'all niggas.
You a lie. Where's the? Listen, you a lie. But catch me on those 2K streets.
Oh wait, no, you can catch you. You got 2 more spots to catch you at. Where else? We'll find you at. Where else?
Go ahead.
Locked on Bucks Monday through Friday, starting next week, as well as on Cheesehead TV. Carry the G and MKE every Monday.
Hey, podcast C out here
for sure.
See out here.
Eric's not here, but you can catch him on Twitter at Bucks Burner, and that's all y'all get.
Hey. Oh,
Eric said niggas call me Nick Fury, and Ken was the one gallivanting the weekend, leaving folks on red.
Hey, bro, chill out, bro.
I mean,
I went out the country like you.
Some 81 damn notifications.
Hey, bro, chill out.
That's an 87.
87.
You're a liar.
Yeah, it was a lot. I might have put some sauce on it, but it was a lot. Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. I think that's on TikTok too. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Catch Him, aka Mr. Give It To Me. I be missing y'all, bro. I know y'all miss me too. That's why y'all tuned in, because y'all know y'all miss your boy. But it's okay. It's okay. We'll be back next week. We'll holler.
Eric, y'all making the Get home, watch this fourth quarter. Lakers can't seem to get it past 9.
It's first night though.
That's because the evil menace is on their ass. KCP got 12.
You are like a KCP. Like,
Dog,
he be cooking the Lakers.
He do.
Eric wants you to rap to him.
Oh, hey.
I'm gonna wrap a blanket around my ass and go to sleep. So it's been rapping tonight.
Oh, snap. Have to put the Snuggie on.
No, I actually love my Snuggie.
The Snuggie joints.
I had 2 of them.